Good evening, everyone. My name is Zoo, and I hate video games. I'm getting to try out the new mic setup for the first time, so that's exciting. If I look this way, I'm slightly louder. And if I look this way, I'm slightly quieter. But I think you can hear me all the same. So tonight is, of course, the continuation of Lone Wolf, the video game where you are the hero. And that's exciting. Let's do this. Go Smelters. Right, this game is very loud, so let me turn this down some. Little lower. Little lower. Alright, that looks pretty good. If that's too quiet, do tell me. But it gets loud as we go. I remember this. I remember how this shit works. Alright, I was gonna turn on VSync. So that we can lower the total frames per second a bit. So that the game looks a little smoother to y'all. Yeah, that's already better looking on the preview. I don't know if anyone else is picky enough to notice, but I'm noticing. Pressing a key thing could be get closer one of these days. Alright, let's continue. We just saved What's-His-Face from the What's-Their-Calls. Oh, this mic is definitely going to try and pick up some of those low thunk sounds. Chapter 2. Forest Hunt. Leandra speaks in a subdued voice. The Gyaks have something of mine that must not fall into the hands of the Dark Lords. I invented and built an engine myself. Leandra glances at her father hesitantly before she continues. It's much smaller, safer, and more powerful than any of my father's machines. While working in the western part of the forest, the miners found themselves in an old shanty chamber. I found a crystal there. My engine harnesses its energy in a way I would not have believed possible. Yen's eyes widen as he struggles to draw breath. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate that being entrenched in history for all of time. Leandra, the relics of the shanty are cursed, he gasps. No good will come from using them. You promised me you wouldn't. I'm sorry, Father. I love you dearly, but I'll not be held back by old superstitions. My prototype engine will change all our lives for the better. I'm an inventor too, and a very good one. But you never give me any credit for my work. And now the Gyaks have it. I'll credit you that, scoffs Yen. And when their Dark Lord masters receive it, how'll it change our lives for the better then? Yen struggles to contain his anger. I know very well the thrill of discovery, but this is just selfish pride. In Ishir's name, how did you lose it? I hoped I'd find the prototype here among the loot, but my hopes were misplaced. I had the device in my possession in Rockstarn, but I dropped it when I was running from the Gyaks. I saw them retrieving it and handing it over to the Drakarim. This was before our mighty Friar Earl swept in to save the day, of course. My lord, it is you, he says, and salutes you respectfully. His deference to your rank is very different to the recognition you received from his daughter at your first meeting. It's clear, however, that Yin is determined to get the whole picture about the attack. With a frown, he says, My lord, the enemy must have known about my daughter's work. Yet it seems they didn't know about her, or they wouldn't have come looking for me. Leandra now fully realizes the consequences of her actions, and tears begin to well in her eyes. She stands in awkward silence, staring at the snowy ground. Yen continues. Now that Leandra's engine is in enemy hands, may Kai and Ishir have mercy on us all. They'll take it to the Tog of that, I'm sure. That accursed tower is perched on the cliff's edge on the far north of the sunken forest. Leandra finds her voice and gives you a few quiet words of advice. To reach Vitog, you'll need to cross the Great Chasm. It divides the sunken forest near its center. There's 2 ways I know to cross the chasm, but we can discuss this later. Now I need to take my father somewhere that's safe. We must go back to the mines. Your keen ears hear the distinctive sound of Dracarim approaching the encampment. You tell Leandra to assist her father and make good an escape while you still can. Leandra helps her father to his feet and supports his weight. Go as quickly as you can, you say, and may Ishir's light guide your way. Moments after they disappear amongst the trees, a war party of Dracarim enters the encampment area. They see the bodies of their slain comrades and they come rushing forward with their weapons drawn. They're hungry for revenge. Alright, so I see Mox, Andy, Christy, Xenon. Welcome all. Anyone else who's here, welcome to you too. Let's fight some Dracarim. We do actually need to start raising our strength, so let's just charge at them. You don't master this discipline. Alright, let's just take them by surprise. Cats just won the Oscar for Best Picture. Really? That sounds like a joke. But then again, so did Titanic. Hey, Bad Road, good to see you too. And no, I don't think you'd said anything yet. You decide that attack is your best form of defense in this situation. You steel your nerve and raise your weapon above your head before you give vent to your battle cry and run headlong into the attacking Dracarim. The Oscars are a bunch of old white men, yes. I mean a joke. Alright, how shall we handle this? They're getting ready to attack, so... Camouflage seems like a good start. There we go. Maybe I shouldn't have camoed so quickly. They don't seem to give a shit. Oh, I should have attacked the other one. Nah, I can finish this guy off. It's fine. There we go. There we go. Alright. I get one good camo hit off. Alright, what are we doing here? Let's swing around at him. I guess we can finish him off with the Sommer Sword. Good stuff. Yes, Mox, that was the joke. Alright, so now we killed some Hoozits. I think this is a good start to the evening. Oh, and we got some bread, and some mushrooms, and some liquor. Having defeated the Dracarim, you pause for a few moments to scour the surrounding trees for signs of other enemies. The dark forest echoes with strange noises. Some are close, some are distant. You detect the noise of Dracarim and Gyaks moving through the trees, and you also hear the sound of loot wagons being hauled across snow-covered trails. In order to avoid running afoul of them, you'll need to find a high vantage point where you can determine precisely where these enemy units are located. You're about to leave the encampment when another sound demands your attention. From out of the surrounding trees, the wolf pack emerges, led by the old male with a distinctive patch of white fur in the center of his forehead. You stare into his amber eyes, and immediately he knows your intentions. With his snout, the pack leader indicates toward the distance. The wolf then moves calmly in this direction. As he goes, he turns and looks at you again. You smile at him and nod your head in acknowledgement. You're grateful for his help. Lone Wolf is lone no more. Alright. Oh, so now we're going to a big old tree. I do like big old trees. Alright, let's regain a little bit of stamina anyway. Doesn't have to be a lot. That should do us. I don't want to take the risk of running into a random encounter. I don't think we've hit a random encounter yet. I remember in the mobile version I ran into them fairly frequently, so this is kind of strange. You join the wolf pack and run with them through the dense timberland. At length, you arrive at the base of a monumental oak that rises solitary above the pine tops. Its massive trunk ascends into the dark sky, providing the promise of a useful observation point. So how's everyone doing? Regular be packed wolf, there you go. Lone wolf can have little stamina as a treat, exactly. Let's see. Using your exceptional agility, you climb with ease to the top of the tall tree and look down upon the forest below. Bathed in the moonlight, several new geographical features of the sunken forest are revealed to you. You take note of these features before you descend the tree and return to the wolf pack gathered around its base. You thank the leader for his valuable help. With a slow blink of his amber eyes, he acknowledges your thanks. Then he lopes away into the forest with his pack, following closely in his wake. Mox is good. Xenon's running mem test, and it's almost done with pass 3. I mean, that's theoretically good. Just found out one of our houses desperately needs a French drain. Well, that's not great when a house desperately needs anything, huh? Alright, so we've got a few choices. I know we're gonna have to come back here at some point. I think we should go down here, circle around, head to the mines, and then head out west. Seems like the smartest thing to do. At least the most convenient. In the side of a large hillock covered by snowy pines, you discover a narrow cave-like entrance that's been recently excavated. It could be the beginning of a small mine tunnel, but the fresh excavations are enough to arouse your suspicions. Strewn around the cave entrance are bundles of human clothing and several discarded mining tools. Well, I love discarded mining tools. Lives may be at stake here, but you prefer to adopt a cautious approach, or let's do the strength way so that we can keep raising our HP. There might be refugees inside the cave. You rush your way inside to find out. You suspect that this could be a secret retreat where survivors from Rockstarn have taken refuge from the roving enemy patrols. But in your haste to confirm your suspicions, you overlook several warning signs and walk directly into a Gyak ambush. I know, that's the problem, is you have to make a bad decision to raise your HP. A secret retreat. There you go. At least they're just Gyak and not Dracarim. Wolf's Growl, heavy attack that sunders your target's armor. Ah, I remember. Wolf's Jaw, main and offhand weapon damage, and automatic stun. And that's a parry. Let's stun this one. And then turn to this one. Whoops. What an ass. Oh, now we've got an armored Dracarim. Shit. There we go. Take one out. And switch over to camouflage again. This should help. No, not even gonna counterattack. We're just gonna wait for shit to build back up. That does not last long enough. Alright, we're gonna flick on survival. Get some health back. Excellent. That's such a good skill. There we go, regain a whole bunch of mana. I don't got enough. Just a sec, let's do this so that we will have enough. And now we're going to sunder his armor. Excellent. Not gonna have enough to parry, that's fine. Not like he's gonna do a lot to me. Oh wait, we can just do this to him anyway? Sure, why the hell not? There we go, that's a pretty good hit. Good little hit. Oh, you're gonna call for help. Yeah, you wussy. Not gonna face me one-on-one, huh? I mean, smart, but I wouldn't face me one-on-one either. Ooh, so close. That's fine, I have a crossbow bolt I can use. Right? Yeah. Perfect. Not even nominated. Oh, thank God. Like, surely no one's taste can be that bad. Lost Odyssey in the universe of Dishonored. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, we're gonna use Summon Doggo. Ooh, may as well stun someone. That way I'll be taking less damage. This is fine. No need to do anything more. Got in a little bit more damage before the end of the round. Oh, now they're both stunned. God, I love double maces. It's such a good weapon set. Ooh, now he's bleeding. Another one down, and another one down. And then he bleeds to death. Excellent. Books always been like this, or were they updated? This is definitely an update to the book format as a whole. You can still use the old style books, but you'll have to use Reader 1.0, that is your eyes. Garnet Signet Ring. +2 Dex and Intelligence. Got some crossbow bolts, some iron. Beyond the narrow cave mouth, you discover a short passageway that leads to a small, rough-hewn chamber. It becomes clear to you that this is not a refuge for survivors from Rockstarn. It's a trap that the Gyaks have constructed to lure unwary villagers to their doom. Oh shit! I was the unwary villager the whole time! Several sacks of loot are stacked in a heap on the blood-stained chamber floor. Beside these stacks, you discover a large wooden chest with a black iron lock plate. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna try and... You know what? You know what? Let's punch the chest. No, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. The books don't work. They've stopped working. Oh. Well, that's too bad. Oh, wow. Y'all see that shit? I'm some kind of lock-picking goddess over here. You lift the lid of the chest and take stock of the contents. The supplies you discover have been here for a long time, but they're well preserved and still fit for use. That was a 360 no-scope right there. Full spin. And I get more lockpicks. My prize is more lockpicks. Arden Brawnin. Tunnel Sweeper. Those are pretty good. And some Lomspur Oil. Don't have enough space for the Brawnin and the Tunnel Sweeper. Like hell, I'm not leaving those behind. We're gonna throw out these throwing knives because... Who the fuck needs throwing knives? How do I forget how to throw stuff out. Click on it and then hit break. There we go. 100. I don't want to throw out Ratsy's Charm, damn it. But it's so not useful. We can just eat the mushrooms. And the bread. How are we doing on rings? 2 dex, 1 intelligence versus 1 intelligence and +1 crit. Alright, this is much better than the Mark of the Brotherhood. Though I know I need that for a thing later, I think. Certainly seems like a thing that I'll need for a thing. If you know what I'm saying. That's right, I don't need any more lockpicks. The one is enough, Bad Road. Thank you, Mox. Every time I pick a lock in Fallout and inside the safe is like a half dozen lockpicks, I'm thinking, what amateur hour thief did this safe belong to? Alright, let's put Tunnel Sweeper on our hotbar so it's ready to go. Having satisfied yourself that you've overlooked nothing of value, you check your equipment before making cautious exit from the cave. Outside, the coast is clear and you press on through the dense snowy undergrowth as quickly as you dare. Let's do a quick bit of meditation. Beautiful. On to the next one. His Fallout lockpicks are bobby pins, so the safe clearly belonged to an amateur hour hairdresser. Oh hey, we got into a random encounter. I was just talking about how we hadn't run into any of these. Ow. Rude. Ow. Rude. Holy shit. That's fine. We're gonna restore all our HP now, just right the fuck away. Because fuck these guys. Rude ass fucks. Fuck. There, fuck that guy. And also this guy over here, fuck this guy. Ah, I missed it apparently. It's real sketchy on the detection of that click. It was like that in the original version too. Gonna stay stunned long enough to... Yes, he is! Alright. Here we go. We're just abusing the Sommer Sword. Which you should, because that makes it more powerful. I know how to pick small consumer locks, so I keep spare keys locked inside locks. Beautiful. Alright, more loot. Don't have enough room in my inventory. Fine. I see how it is. How about this soup? Is it noodle soup? Can't keep fucking with me like this. You didn't tell me it was noodle soup. That is literally the only Friends reference I know. When it's hot out, to use the Winter Sword. No. No, that would be silly. Crossbow bolt and superior? Yeah, superior crossbow bolt. There we go. Take all the things. Or not all the things? I missed one. I don't need the silver necklace anymore, right? Yeah, that can be trashed. The power flare is too good. Alright. Did I go to the wrong fucking place? I guess I did. I meant to go here. Oh, there was 2 steps to get there. Okay. Let's go to the mines first then, since I can sell stuff off once we get there. Let's talk to the merchant. First, let's put all of our stuff into storage. Items, bags, merchant, infinite chest. Right. Crafting materials. What are we selling? Thing to sell? Not really. Need to keep some of this stuff. Alright, upgrades. Smitor! I want to upgrade the backpack. That requires 2 superior leather. Let's buy 2 superior leather. Upgrade the backpack, finally. Much better. Next we'd need... No, not gonna be able to do that just yet. Anything else we can upgrade for a little cheaper? How about the Convertor? It converts monsters into meat. Let's see, I would need 1 iron and 1 leather. That I can do. Leather? Pretty sure the Summer Sword is what converts the monsters into meat. No, it converts them into ash mostly. They fucking evaporate. I guess it converts them into seasoning for the meat. My love for you is like a truck converter. Not gonna be able to do that just yet. Want Nailer. No, not just yet. That's fine. We're actually good for now, then. Now, let's see what's going on here. When you get back to the mines, you see that several miners are rebuilding the barricade under Yen's supervision. His head and left arm are swathed with fresh bandages, and he's leaning heavily on a walking stick for support. But his steely determination has not been diminished by the ordeal he suffered at the hands of the cruel Gyaks. My lord, I'd not expected to see you again so soon. Have you found my daughter's prototype already? He inquires. Alas, no, not yet, you reply. I need to know more about the chasm where I can get across it as soon and as safely as possible. Yen tells you that he has some news to share about the matter. Some villagers have just reached the mines after hiding deep in the forest for 2 days, waiting their chance to make their way back to the mines. They report having seen a Dracarim camp close to an unbroken section of the forest floor which spans the deep chasm on its western side. With the Dracarim controlling this crossing, it'll be difficult for you to reach the far side, says Yen. Difficult, yes, but not impossible. The inventor tells you that many ancient Chianti artifacts have been found at the sunken forest during the centuries past. Among them were perfect cubes filled with energy. If you were able to find one of these Chianti power cubes, you could use it to destroy the Dracarim encampment and clear the way across the chasm. Leandra comes running from the barricade. She's overheard your conversation with her father, and she has something she must convey. Father, you say that you don't want anything to do with the Chianti because the relics are too dangerous, but overcharging a cube and facing a full Dracarim garrison, that's not a safe plan at all, and you know it. The western span's not the only way across the chasm. There is another way, a narrow rock bridge on the eastern side. Yen dismisses his daughter's claim and orders her to return to the barricade at once, but Leandra refuses to obey him. Ignoring her father's growing ire, she continues. The eastern rock bridge is blocked by an ancient gate, but if you can find a Chianti cube, I know how to use it to open the gate. This is madness, exclaims Yen. The western span is the only sure way to cross the chasm. I mean, her way sounds way less, kill me dead. Want to know more about Leandra's plan? You just want to know where you could find a Chianti power cube. I want to know more about Leandra's plan. Leandra's concerned plea demands your attention. You ask her about the plan she has in mind, but a vehement argument between her and her father ensues. Yen is very obstinate, but Leandra insists that the Chianti power cubes are not entirely destructive, and that she knows how to control the energy locked inside them. With one of these cubes, I'd be able to open the gate to the ancient Chianti Bridge. The bridge itself is centuries old, but it's still very strong and secure. It even withstood the collapse of the forest. There's no enemy encampment nearby that I know of, and it's a far safer way to cross the chasm than by the western span. It's not crawling with Dracarim, of that I'm certain. Have you not caused enough damage already? Exclaims Yen, exasperated by Leandra's suggestion. Is one innocent victim not enough for you? Yen's harsh accusations are ignored by his daughter. Her refusal to address them leaves you feeling ill at ease. Leandra, the competent woman who is Leandra the competent woman who keeps yelling at us? I want to hear her plan too. She has good plans, yes. She is the competent young woman who keeps yelling at us. Will you attempt to cross the chasm by way of the western span that is now controlled by the Dracarim? Or will you try to cross by way of the ancient Chianti Bridge to the east? This is a hard choice, but whatever you decide, it's clear that you'll need a Chianti power cube to assist you. You ask Yen where you could find such an artifact. The old man points his finger to the west. He tells you that you'll find a lake there. Between its shores and the cliff wall there lies an abandoned mine. The villagers call it the Old Hot Spring Mine. They once worked a rich vein of brawn in here, but their excavations accidentally revealed a Chianti chamber. Yen tells you that the cubes were found there and that he immediately recognized the danger they posed. This is why the mine was sealed and abandoned, but now your chances of success depend on these relics. Before Yen can give you more precise directions, Leandra intervenes. You're going to get a power cube to open the gate, aren't you? But when you hesitate to answer, the girl grows quickly impatient. Well, I'm not going to wait all night for you to decide, she says brusquely. I'm going to the bridge now. I'll be waiting for you there. Whether you choose to show up or not, that's your decision. I wonder if you're actually capable of making the right choice or not. And with these harsh words ringing in your ears, Leandra storms off. In uneasy silence, you and her father watch as she disappears into the trees, regardless of the danger that awaits her there. She'll be the death of me yet, sighs Yen wearily. With Leandra gone, Yen's anger turns to remorse. He regrets having lost his temper with her and prays that she will not fall into the hands of the enemy as he did. Believing that you've decided to attempt to cross the chasm by the western span, Yen gives you some useful information about the Chianti power cubes. The cubes are very unstable and dangerous to handle. They generate a strong discharge of energy when they're activated, but they're not physically destroyed in the process. Before you go, Yen reaches into the leather satchel he has slung around his chest, and he removes a folded bag made of shimmering silver material. This corlinium bag will keep a cube safe until the time comes for it to be used, he says, placing the bag in the palm of your hand. You thank him and stow the corlinium bag in your backpack. Time has now come for you to leave the mines and make an attempt to reach the chasm. The way you choose to get across to the far side of the chasm is a decision you will have to make. I think I messed up and don't have the option to go to the last area we could see from the tree now, but oh well. Let's see what happens next. You arrive at the edge of a small clearing where 3 Gyaks are fighting over the spoils they've looted from Rockstarn. One of the Gyaks is badly wounded and the other 2 are preying mercilessly upon its weakness. They punch and claw the injured Gyak as they attempt to rip the sacks of loot from its back. You mean to put an end to this beastly brawl and you attack the Gyaks by surprise. Thanks to your camouflage skills, you remain hidden and observe the situation, or you study the Gyaks' moves as the brawl goes on. We're gonna try observing by camouflage for now. You remain crouched beside the tree at the edge of the clearing while observing these spiteful enemies. The wounded Gyak manages to roll away from its attackers and stagger to its feet, but it's quickly knocked to the ground by a blow to the back of its bloodied head. A Dracarine warhorn echoes through the forest close by. Fearful of the punishment the two Gyak bullies will receive if they're caught killing one of their comrades over loot, they growl with frustration and abandon their victim. You watch them disappear into the trees toward the sound of the horn. You advance toward the victimized Gyak. It's too badly injured to stand up or attempt to defend itself, and it watches you approaching with terror in its eyes. Make your choice. Oh, it's a fate choice. Doesn't matter that the Gyak is about to die, you'll find out what it knows no matter the cost, or you interrogate the dying Gyak, hoping to gather useful information. Well, we're going to try and be as nice as possible, I suppose. These are both effectively the same decision, except one of them I act meaner. I was hoping we could try and help and heal it and get a Gyak buddy. There's no need for you to restrain the creature. The Gyak bullies have inflicted severe wounds on the creature and it's barely able to move. You draw your weapon and hold it menacingly close to the Gyak's throat. The creature trembles. It's convinced that its life is about to end. Ron, Iga, Okak, Dogez. Where are you from? You demand. Ran, Dak, Okak, Gozdak, Kona. How did you enter the forest? The Gyak is petrified of you and can barely speak. Okak, Dogez, Gazet Vitak. I am from Fortress Gitag, it says, spitting out the words through its blood-flecked fangs. Oktak, Ishtakzim, Kor, Jit, Hegs Dagza, Zazgog, Egg, Dogzak. Ekoran, Kuna! I marched through the passages and tunnels of the old ruined temple to enter the fallen forest. These are the last words the creature utters. Its heart stops beating, and its eyes roll back in their sockets as it gasps its last breath. You step away from the lifeless body and sheath your weapon. Strewn around the clearing are several items of loot that were discarded by the Gyak's treacherous companions. One of them catches your eye. It's a small wooden chest with an iron lock plate. You decide to attempt to pick the lock that keeps the lid of the wooden chest securely closed. You just told me what I did. You just told me I tried to pick the lock. Why are you giving me the option? Alright, let's give it a try. Let's see if I can no-scope this shit again. Can't believe they're fucking dead. I mean... yeah, I'm with you. We knew them so well. Ooh, close. How about here? Not quite a no-scope, but still pretty damn good. You manage to open the chest. As you put the contents in your backpack, you think about the lives of the people who once owned these possessions. You vow to honor their sacrifice in your fight against their killers. Quickscope, there you go. Ooh, King's Leather, that's good, we needed some of that. Another Garnet Signet Ring. And another Lomspur Potion. You leave the clearing and press on. Through the dense snowy undergrowth. The sounds of enemy activity are everywhere and you proceed with the utmost caution. Oh, no, I can actually still go to this one. Which we're going to do. Alright, Garnet Signet Ring. Silver Ring is 1 intelligence, 1 critical. Garnet is... this is a different Garnet Signet. Interesting. This one's 2 intelligence and 1 critical, so it is just better than the Silver Ring. We'll keep it until we need to throw it out, or until we can sell it. Alright, let's go to the last area we could see from the top of the tree. Excellent. You enter a clearing where the ragged remnants of a small tented encampment lie strewn across the frosty, uneven ground. Amongst the torn debris, you count half a dozen lifeless bodies, all human. There appears to be only one survivor, and you recognize him immediately. It's Merat Gilad, the outlaw leader whom you released from a prison cell below the sheriff's office in Rockstarn. Merrick is gathering the frozen corpses of his companions and placing them alongside the edge of a small pit. He hears you approaching and swiftly draws a long-bladed knife from his belt, but as soon as he recognizes you, he sheathes it and beckons you toward the pit. The wild enthusiasm you had seen in him when he escaped the jail has now evaporated. It was utterly destroyed when he found the bodies of his murdered companions. They put up a desperate fight, yet the sight that befalls you now is grim. It reminds you of the ultimate price paid by the innocent villagers of Rockstarn, and you vow to avenge their needless deaths. Lone Wolf makes a lot of vows under his breath. You help Merrick place the corpses into the pit, and as you carry out the grisly duty, he tells you what has happened to him since you freed him from the jail cell. He was able to avoid the enemy raiders in Rockstarn and escape the village. His immediate concern was to put as much distance between himself and the Gyaks. He found a narrow trail and descended the cliff, and decided to try his luck. When he describes the steep cliff trail, you realize that it must be the same way that was used by the Dernkrag wolves you observed from the elevator. The descent, slow and perilous, it took Merrick many hours to make his way back safely to his encampment, where, to his horror, he discovered that a deadly enemy attack had caught his men off guard. Half of his outlaw band was killed in combat, and the remainder fled into the surrounding trees. He's since been able to find and rally them in the forest, less than a mile from their ruined camp. They're waiting there now for him to return and to tell them if the coast is clear. Merrick can barely contain his anger that is welling up inside of him. As soon as the last body is laid to rest, he vows to take his revenge on the enemy that slaughtered his companions. He thanks you for your help, and then he turns away from the pit. Fueled by a burning hatred of the enemy, he sets off to fetch the few survivors of his brotherhood who are waiting for him in the forest. He vows to return to help you fight and destroy the murdering Gyaks and their evil masters. As you search the camp, you notice a patch of snow-sprinkled ground that is unusually springy. It sags a little under your weight as you walk across it. A shovel lies nearby, and you use it to scrape away surface snow, revealing several planks of wood laying over a pit. The pit contains a cache of various provisions. The enemy would find such loot highly desirable. It's only a matter of time before another war party comes this way to search the ruined encampment. You can hear many footfalls echoing through the surrounding trees, and you know it's only a matter of minutes before they arrive. With this imminent threat foremost in your mind, you check your weapons and equipment and steel yourself for their appearance. You're determined not to be caught off guard, as were Merrick's companions. Make your choice. We don't have that one. We get ready to engage the enemy with a ranged attack. We look for cover and prepare for the upcoming fight, or we call puppy. There's really only one choice. You hear the yelping of a wounded dog. Drawn by the sound of its plaintive cries, you glimpse it running through the dense trees. It's a Torinese hunting hound, and it's pining for its dead master, who is one of the outlaws of the Brotherhood. It's bleeding from wounds to its shoulders and back. You resort to the Kai discipline of animal kinship to establish a psychic connection with the dog. Your power unlocks its memories, and you see images of the assault on the camp. The beast is suffering mental trauma following the loss of its master, but its hunger to avenge its master's death suppresses this grief. The hound is greatly influenced by your Kai power, and it becomes very willing to fight at your side. Your previous suspicion about the close presence of enemies around the camp proves to be well-founded. A Gyak war party closes in, and your new canine ally barks a warning. When the first Gyak appears, it sets upon the creature and ravages its throat. Then it hurls itself bravely at another raider that emerges from the trees nearby with its sword drawn. It savages the creature's face before this Gyak is able to strike the brave dog with a swift and fatal blow. The two Gyaks are left bloodied by the dog's tenacious attack, but they are only the first of several enemy troops that are now closing in upon the ruined encampment. Poor baby. Died a hero. Died a goddamn hero. Boom. Let's take him down. No, but for real, let's just take him down, I guess. It's alright, it's alright. Do this. Not quite enough. Let's summon more puppy. Puppy time. You know, I had wondered what would happen if I managed to kill everything before the reinforcements came up. Let's see. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh no, I should have switched targets. Fuck. It's alright. The dog unstunned him. Oof, this is gonna hurt. Damn. Alright, well, I'm glad he used his stun no, because that's gonna give them an extra attack, which isn't great. Alright, Puppy's gonna take him down. Puppy's just gonna take him the fuck down. Like, holy shit, y'all. Alright, so they have to be ready to attack now. Have one of these. Now you're on fire. Fuck that guy. Alright, we can take down this guy in one hit, so let's do that. Also regain a bunch of MP in the process. Oh, I love it. Might as well. It's worth a little bit of HP to do that. Suck it down. And, let's do this. You know, while we're here, we might as well. Ah, didn't quite get it in time. Oh well. Cooked him. Oh, you probably should have taken that opportunity to hit me, huh? That didn't go well for any of them. Don't you remember what happened last time we summoned Puppy? It's okay. It's okay, everyone. Meat soup. Soon after the fight, a party of Brotherhood scouts appear. They're part of a larger group of outlaws hidden deeper in the woods. These scouts have been sent to assess the strength of the enemy prior to a planned retaliatory attack. The scouts are greatly impressed that you've slain the enemy patrol and attacked their camp and killed their comrades. Even though they have been denied the satisfaction of taking their revenge firsthand. The outlaws already know of you. Merrick was able to return to their forest lair and tell them the details of his release from the Rockstarn jail. This action, together with your thoughtful treatment of their slain comrades, has earned you their deep respect. They're eager to help you as generously as they can. There are supplies they can sell you, and they're able to help with your equipment. Alright, so now I've got 2 shops, I guess? That's fine. Alright, let's sell that ring first and foremost. Hi there, Gaston. You gonna come up here with me? Come on. What's the problem? Why are you doing that? Being a weirdo? You're being a weirdo. Gaston, are you being a weirdo? Come on up here and be a weirdo. Be a weirdo on the couch, come on. There we go. There you go, come on, you're fine. There's a good boy. Let's see. Anything else we can sell? I want to keep those. Mark of the Brother. Yes, let's sell the Mark of the Brotherhood. What a great idea. They suddenly stop respecting me. So maybe I didn't actually need the ring, it just kept track of what I'd done. Patsy's Charm can go in here too. Same with the Mark of the Brotherhood. Oh, shit. What do we got for upgrades? I guess I should do repairs, huh? I don't actually know where to go to do repairs. This is like all kinds of broken. Here we go. Apparently I repair from the upgrade screen. I guess a repair is kind of like an upgrade. Naylor does not need to be repaired. Alright. Invertor definitely doesn't need to be repaired. It costs 1 gold though, so I may as well. My armor. Alright, I can get... Can I afford that? It would be nice. 2 hardened Brawnin, 3 Brawnin, and 1 King's Leather. No, definitely can't afford that. So Naylor needs 3 pine, 1 leather, 1 iron. That I can probably do. Unless, no, this guy doesn't sell pine. Huh. I could get a full grain satchel. Actually I couldn't quite, could I? Not unless I sold something. Like these standard bog-ass... There. Crossbow bolts. May as well get this good bag to replace one of my shitty bags. Right, at the bottom. There it is. We got this now. Oh, it just automatically replaced it too. That's good. And I guess I can sell the Kai pouch. That apparently sells for a decent chunk of change. Alright. And now we'll buy some soup. That's some damn fine soup. That's a damn fine bowl of soup. Alright. Lakeshore. Let's go get us some cube. The soup that eats like a soup. The meal that eats like a drink. On your way to the old hot spring mine, you pass through the forest and become aware of enemy activity in the middle distance. Cautiously, you advance through the snowy pines until you emerge from the trees on the shoreline of an unfrozen lake. Its surface is wreathed with misty vapor. You kneel and dip your fingers into the water and discover to your surprise that it's warm to the touch. This lake is being heated by a geyser of boiling water escaping from a fissure located at its deepest point. You make your way around the shoreline of the warm lake until you reach an area littered with large boulders. Now you can hear the sound of gyaks talking and the splash of something nearby in the lake, peering through a narrow gap between the boulders. Your heart misses a beat when you see what is on the other side. A group of gyaks are gathered at the edge of the lake. Striding toward them from out of the warm water comes a fearsomely large reptilian creature. Moonlight glistens on its green, scaly hide and glints on the long, sharp fangs protruding from its powerful jaw. It is a Gorgaz. Can I make friends? Stealthily among the boulders, looking for a chance to ambush it. Once you've gained higher ground, you taunt the enemies into attacking you. I have the high ground, Gyaks! Or, thanks to your survival skills, you turn the geysers themselves into a trap. Let's try, turning the geysers themselves into a trap, I guess. Got plenty of MP. There are several small geysers and thermal vents located around this part of the lakeside, discharging great plumes of scalding steam into the freezing night air. The Gorgaz detects your scent being carried toward the lake by this flow of steam, and it growls with quiet menace. You glimpse a chilling sparkle in its cruel eyes the moment it pinpoints your location. Fighting here will not be easy. In a close combat situation against such a massive opponent, your hiding place will fast become a trap. Before you move to more open ground, however, you notice a large steam vent, where the scalding water vapor is escaping vertically among a cluster of small boulders. Quickly, you examine the boulders, and a bold plan begins to form in your mind's eye. Bolder than bold? Bolder than bold boulders. Above the hiss of steam, you can hear the fearsome Gorgaz lumbering toward you, upright on its hind legs, with its thick tail swishing from side to side. You know that the gyaks are following close behind, but not so close that they risk being floored by a swipe from the creature's powerful tail. A bold plan, that's right. When the enemy is nearly upon you, you press the sole of your right boot against a rock at the base of the steam vent and give it a hefty shove. The heavy rock tips over and drops into the vent, partially blocking it. Immediately, the plume of escaping steam is diverted. It is no longer shooting straight up into the sky. It is now shooting out horizontally, directly towards your enemy attackers. The scalding heat burns the Gyaks. They will no longer be a problem. At least, not an immediate one. It's kind of cute. You know, all things considered. I like his axe. Big Lizard. That's right. Big Lizard just want warm steam vent. The Gorgaz, however, does not appear to be hindered at all. See, he likes a warm steam vent. Fearful that the fumaroles might become a trap for you as well, you retreat to a nearby forest glade. For Sommerland and the Kai, you cry! Turtles, fight with honor and launch yourself on the adversaries the moment they enter the glade. Well, they're on fire. So that's good, I guess. So you know what we're gonna start out by doing? Seemed like a good trick. Now, can I stun him? That's the question. First of all, I don't have enough endurance just yet. Let's see if I can get enough. Got there. Boom. Oh, he's immune. Now that's interesting. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm dead. Not quite dead. Pretty dead, though. Oh, yeah. I did not switch the hand my mouse was on fast enough. In awe at the size of these Liz. So, that would have been fine. That would have been fine, except to do those, I need to use both hands on the mouse. And I was not prepared for it. Alright, once again, I start off like this. And that's a good way to start, if I'm being honest. Alright, now we know he's immune to the stun, too, so... We're gonna wait till right at the end. And then we're going to... Shit. Didn't do it quick enough. Boom! Right on his fucking head. Oh, this is not great, is it? It's fine. Well, we made him bleed and we've sundered his armor. That's good. Trying to think what the best option here is. I can't attack right now, so probably camo. Yeah, there we go. Now we gotta wait for our turn to come up. This is rough. It's alright, I think we've got enough stamina to just take him down. I do have the vampire touch, but I didn't have the time to turn it on. And I don't have quite enough MP to use it. Alright, we got this. As long as it doesn't miss. Oh! Oh, that's a good finisher. I like that. Der Unterjaw, there you go. The bigger they are, etc., etc. Achievement unlocked. Praise the sun. You can't see it, but I am praising the sun right now. Thank you, Christy, for the confirmation. Let's see, there's a shield. Fuck that. Who the fuck needs a shield? I have 2 huge maces. I got a decent silver ring that I can sell. The fight against the Gorgas severely tested your strength and stamina. It was a grueling combat, but you're still standing, whereas your enemy will stand no more. I mean, the maces already have names, and they're really good ones, too. Mindful of the threat that there may be other enemies lurking in this vicinity, you leave the lakeshore and press through the dark and frozen timberland beyond. Let's see, my right-hand mace is Smitor, and my left-hand mace is Convertor. My love for them is like a truck. Regain HP anyway. Oh my god, it's going so slow just to be spooky. It is not normally quite that slow. I'm certain of that. Old Hot Spring Mine. Is that like Enemy Mine? Only, you know, with more volcanic activity. You soon arrive at the entrance to an old abandoned mine. Its main tunnel is heavily overgrown with roots, and the approach is smothered beneath a shallow sea of dense fog that reaches up to your knees. This is the place that Yin described. You've reached the Old Hot Spring Mine. You enter the tunnel mouth and discover that it's sealed by a heavy timber door, reinforced with riveted strips of corroded iron. Parts of the timber have been hacked through by the blade of a heavy axe. On closer examination, you find that these splintered sections have been damaged from blows made to the other side of the door. It's as if someone has tried to hack their way in a failed attempt to escape from the old mine. The door is held secure by a heavy iron beam. There's also a sturdy lock plate with a single keyhole. Lifting the iron beam is an easy task, but picking the rusty door lock will be far more challenging. Well, we're gonna try picking the lock. It's probably one of those super hard ones like in the vent, though. That was nasty. Shit just kept breaking. Alright, not too bad. I'm just doing real well on the lockpicking tonight, huh? Beyond the entrance door, you discover a wide tunnel that gently descends to a circular hall where the air is warm and unusually fetid. Several smaller tunnels radiate from the hall like the spokes of a wagon wheel. All of them have been blocked save one. You follow this tunnel for several hundred yards before you arrive at the place where a large section of the wall has collapsed. Peering through this breach in the wall, you discover another passageway. Judging by the strange symbols that embellish its ancient stone walls, this is not a part of the old mine system. It's a remote section of the lost Shanti temple. With trepidation, you climb through the breach and enter the ancient tunnel. The floor is carpeted by thick moss that gives off a faint greenish glow, illuminating the way ahead. A tepid breeze wafts along the passageway, and as this gentle wind passes over the carvings that decorate the walls and ceiling, it makes a haunting sound that sets your nerves on edge. Fetid is one of those words you don't hear outside of gritty fantasy novels, and it's a good word. I agree wholeheartedly, it's one of my favorites. By slope and stair, the ancient tunnel descends to a circular chamber with a domed roof that is partially collapsed. The floor is strewn with large blocks of stone that have fallen out of the ceiling at various times during its long and distant past. The moment you set foot inside this chamber, several Gyaks and Drakarim emerge from their hiding places behind the fallen ceiling blocks. Patiently, they've been awaiting your arrival. Now they need wait no more. I'm not trapped in here with them. Let's just look as threatening as possible while doing this. You know, if it please ya. Yeah, let's puppy. And one more. Restore some MP. That's a pretty good look. Do a bit more extra damage, I guess. No, nothing else. That's fine. Ow. Couldn't even knock me over. Look at that shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shouldn't have been talking shit. Fuck. Ow. Jesus. Come on. No, no. It's alright. Just waiting for this. No, don't go, puppy. No, 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 no. Stop that. I'm trying to do a thing. Alright, that's a start. Do I have guard break on this weapon? On this weapon set? It feels like I should. I think this counts as a guard break. Let's hope. Oh, it sure as hell does. Give me some of that tasty HP. Oh, scary. Have enough. Those aren't ready yet. Don't worry about it. You get hit in the face. Well, that wore off way too quick. That's fine. No, shit. Ow. That's fine. Use this. Then we're going to use... Still not ready. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's puppy. This one gets killed now. Ow. This is fine. Can't take them both down in one hit, but we can try this. And at least get rid of the dangerous one. And look damn good doing it. Shit. Oh! Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, I messed that up so bad. It's alright. Still counted as a full parry. Now launch on him. Launch and chaunch time. Oh, fuck. Well, that sucks. Damn. This guy's putting up a hell of a fight. I can stun him anyway. Here, have a giant stone block. Oh, he didn't look like he enjoyed that very much. I have implied that gyak is both meat and vegetable, right, like a mushroom. It's got properties of both animal and vegetable, and I just gave it some minerals. Oh, good treasure. Increases strength by 35, cures bleeding. Alright, that's not bad. Meat soup. See, in video games, when you eat something, it cures all of your wounds. More so if it came out of a wall. In the pocket of a dead Drakar's battle tunic, you find some scraps of vellum that are scrawled with Gyak script. Your knowledge of written Gyak is poorer than your command of the spoken language, but you're able to decipher enough of the spidery script to discover that these enemy troops were stationed here with orders to guard the Chianti artifacts. On the far side of the domed chamber, you discover a narrow stone portal that is set flush into the engraved wall. A lever, fashioned from quartz, protrudes from the wall beside this strange door. You depress the lever, and the stone portal grinds open to reveal an ancient Chianti shrine. The walls of the temple are covered with elaborate hieroglyphs and mosaics that are almost entirely obscured by a thick black layer of incinerated moss. It's as if the entire interior of this chamber had been subjected to a fiery blast of intensely high temperature. The fire damage is so great that it's impossible for you to deduce the meaning of the sigils and picture drawings. Most of them just say things like, remember to wear proper eye protection. Standing in the center of this small subterranean temple, you see a plinth made of solid quartz. Its flat, circular top is stacked with perfect cubes arranged into the shape of a small pyramid. Lying on the ground beside the plinth is a tangle of blackened metal, soot, and cinders. It's all that remains of a Drakkar who was foolish enough to think that he could steal one of the cubes and get away with it. He paid the ultimate price for his folly. Your senses tell you that these objects are Chianti power cubes. In order for you to get across the chasm which divides the sunken forest in half, you must first retrieve one of these cubes. Staring down at the remains of the incinerated Drakkar, you swallow hard. This is not going to be an easy task. I never quite figured out what a Drakkar is as opposed to a Gyak. The Drakkarim are the large, angry fellows rather than the short, floppy ones. Yeah, chunky boy as opposed to floopsy ears, exactly. Alright, so we can be well aware of the danger we're facing and act with uttermost caution. The sooner you're done with these cubes, the better. You grab one right away. Well, that's going to kill us. Resort to the Kai discipline of mind over matter to draw a cube toward you, or you don't master this discipline. Alright, mind over matter seems like the safest way. We're not sure. There's not a lot of information available about where these creatures come from. We know that they are an invading force. Oh shit. Fuck. Fucking god damn it. Try this one more time. There. Fucking shit. You call upon your Kai power— I wasn't watching the screen. You call upon your Kai power of mind over matter and focus it on the topmost cube. You will the small block to rise up into the air and travel towards your open hands. The moment you take hold of it, you feel a wave of heat wash over you. It's radiating from the remaining cubes. Fearful that you may have started an irreversible chain reaction, you turn and run towards the open portal, desperate to escape from the sinister chamber while you can. You pause for a few moments to retrieve from your backpack the Corlinium bag you received from Yen. You place the cube inside the silvery bag and stow it away for safekeeping. You are within a few feet of the open portal when suddenly the floor shakes violently and you're thrown off your feet. The temple is filled with cacophonous noise and of heavy stones and hidden gears, stirring to life after centuries lying dormant. A large panel of stone descends rapidly from the ceiling above the portal and seals it off. Then the vibrations and noise cease abruptly. You scramble to your feet, fearful that you're now trapped within the walls of this ancient chamber. With your pulse racing and the blood pounding in your ears, you examine the panel of stone that blocks the only exit from the chamber. The whole surface of the door is decorated with intricate engravings and symbols. What strikes you most is an angular crack at the center of the stone slab. You examine it and realize it's not natural. It comprises deep and regular cavities that form a complex geometric pattern. It could be an ancient log, but it's quite unlike anything you've ever encountered before. You also notice its engravings are now illuminated by veins of faint light. Puzzled by this unusual change, you consider your next action. Then you hear a humming sound in your bag and a shiver runs down your spine. Is the cube unstable again? Carefully, you open the Corlinium bag to check its contents. The artifact is vibrating, but very softly. It's no longer radiating the heat and noise that threatened you previously. You take the cube from the bag and hold it near the lock. The facets light up before your widening eyes. You touch one of the glowing facets, and a section slides seamlessly to the side, changing the shape of the cube. You sense that by manipulating the facets of the cube, you may be able to release the lock. So before we do that, we're going to hit BRB. Do this too, which I thought of earlier but didn't get around to. There we go. Yeah, I'll be back in just a few minutes. There will be an ad break. Feel free to watch it or not. I return. Probably most of the ads are over. Let's continue. So now we've got to manipulate some cube facets. You can move this sorry, now it's a Shanti cube. In two different ways by dragging one finger left, right, up, and down. Scene. Okay, so this is still the instructions from the phone version. That's good. Yanti, there you go. Or by clicking and dragging with both mouse buttons to rotate the cube. Okay, good. Good. I sure am glad it's mixed the two together. Also use the mouse wheel, click on a symbol to move a piece of the cube. The piece will move in the direction of the symbol. Click the symbol again, the piece will move backwards. You must shape the Shanti cube, now it's spelled correctly, by moving the pieces to fit the lock. While shaping it, the cube will become progressively unstable. The resonance bar will show how much time you have left before it explodes. You can reset the cube to its original shape by pressing the button. Once reset, the resonance bar will stop decreasing until you move a piece of the cube. If you master the Sixth Sense discipline, you can use it to see the correct pieces to move. We do not have that, though. This button shows the shape of the lock. If you press it, the cube will be put aside, and you will see the shape of the lock behind it. I think I already got it. How do I push it in? Anyone remember how I actually push it into the lock? Mouse wheel? No. No, we got this. It's shaped correctly now. Or... Nah, okay, I just was too far out. I had one too far out. Alright, we got it. Just... It fits automatically once you get it. It didn't explode, everything's fine. After manipulating the facets of the cube for several minutes, I don't know, that was like 40 seconds maybe. Finally, you're able to match the pattern with the Shanti lock. The cube tingles with energy, sending an invisible stream of power toward the door. Instinctively, you release your grip, and the cube floats in midair, defying gravity. With perfect precision, it moves toward the door and glides into the lock. You hear the rumble of revolving cogs and the tortured screeching of ancient chains under strain. Slowly, the panel rises and you breathe a deep sigh of relief. The cube emerges from the lock and moves through the air toward you. You snatch the device and put it into the coralinium bag before stowing it securely in your pack. The panel is rising, but very slowly. The moment there's a gap big enough, you crawl through it and emerge into the domed chamber beyond. Quickly, you retrace your steps all the way back to the entrance to the abandoned mine. As you leave, you're met by a refreshingly cold blast of wind that coats you with a fine layer of powdery snow. You wipe the icy crystals from your eyes and raise the hood of your Kai cloak. Your fears have now been transformed into feelings of lightheadedness and elation. You have found and retrieved a Shanti power cube. Now you must decide by which route you will attempt to cross the chasm. Will you try to cross by the western route that's occupied by the Dracarim? Or will you attempt to reach the ancient bridge on the eastern side of the sunken forest, where Leandra said she will be waiting for you? Frisbee, don't play with the laptop, please. Oh, right. Gotta hit the button. Better at puzzle cubes than Lone Wolf is, apparently. Wait, what did Christy say? Oh, I see it. Took me a second to track it down in the chat. Alright, so I guess we're heading back around to here, and then we're gonna head up. Then we're gonna head out to the gate. Or actually, we'll go to this shop, because it's closer to the gate, it's more on the way. Wow, no random encounters, again. Alright, move crafting materials into the box. Now we can sell additional jewelry. And this shield that I'm never going to fucking use. And this singular throwing knife. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, what can we upgrade from here? Can we max out Converter or the armor? We just need one ash. Do you sell ash? Yes, and pine. How nice. We can... That was Converter I was looking at. Now I've got 2 maxed out maces, and that's pretty awesome. Andy, no selling your ash in the chat. Three pine, 1 leather, 1 iron. Three pine, 1 leather, 1 iron. Frisbee, please stop pacing. The wrong item again. Upgrade Nailer. Smite Orb must need to be repaired, otherwise it wouldn't be. Go. Teach Marin from dusk till dawn. Risby, you need to chill. You're being ridiculous. Got the kitty crazies. I always thought Rosa was a better trainer anyway. That's probably a Pokemon. Probably a Pokemon reference, right? Leather, superior leather, and finest leather. Alright, we're good, we're good. I don't know what's gone puppy. Being super weird. Even for him. He's a Chow. Chows are always weird. Alright, as much as I like explosions, let's try and do this in a way that won't get us killed. Determinedly, you make your way toward the bridge through the dense trees and snowy foliage. As you draw closer, you feel the bridge before you see it. I feel the bridge before... Okay, right, because it's Shanti. A slight vibration ripples the snow ahead. It resonates with something deep within you and makes your skin tingle. No, that's just the migraine meds. The ancient bridge is a wonder to behold, a perfect arc of shimmering stone that radiates a faint turquoise light. Every surface is embellished with myriad ancient glyphs and symbols. The approach to the bridge is blocked by a tall arched stone gate. From out the shadows of the gate arch steps Leandra. There's a lot of words that get repeated ad nauseum throughout each paragraph. And I don't want to point it out because it's just a very... It's to impress upon you certain things. It's Joe Dever's writing style, but it wears on me after a while. She's grown impatient and she's anxious to press on. Give me the cube. Give me the cube, she demands, and points to the ancient Chianti lock located on the side of the gate. My father wanted to destroy this cube, but it has many useful properties he was unaware of. It can be used as a key to unlock the gate. You tell her about your escape from the old hot spring mine. Leandra seems almost disappointed that you made such a discovery so quickly, but she seems happy that you've decided to cross the chasm here. No time to waste. We must open the gate and cross the bridge now. It's time for you to get this gate open. My prototype is somewhere on the other side of the chasm. Alright, let's cube. That's not right. Fuck. No, still not right. Now it's just a cube again. That has to go down. It's the only piece that's thick enough. Oh, this one too. Shit. Apparently I'm not that good at puzzle cubes. Well, we died. Try again. Looks like it should be this. Frisbee, stop. I see what's going on now. There's someone setting off fireworks down the road again. I am not good at this at all. Ugh. Did I do it? No. Damn. I'd rather do this without taking a bunch of damage, you know? I'd like to actually win at this. That's not gonna be it. This way. Maybe? No. Maybe? Move that over. Alright. Doesn't do me much good by the look of it, but I can do it. That's almost it. No, it's not. Let's give it another couple of tries. I'm not good at this particular sort of thing, I don't think. This 3D thinking is really confusing me. I only think in 2 dimensions. Has to be that. Probably. Pull that down. No, that screws it. To come out this way. That also screws it. Try pulling it this way. Ah, that looks almost right, but it's not. Guess that would explain the ladders. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think I could do this if it was actually in my hands. I absolutely think I could. As it is right now, I'm lost and confused. Try pulling this down. Well, that's not right either. That can't do it. Right now I'm doing this process of elimination. That do it? That did it. Alright, process of elimination wins the day. You've aligned the facets of the cube correctly. It begins to glow, and once again it enters the recess. That's a good way to pronounce that, recess. Now the engravings match precisely, and the ancient locking mechanism disengages. Look there, gasps Leandra, pointing to the arched stone gate. It's opening! The great stone portal creaks open, revealing the glimmering surface of the bridge beyond. Together, you run toward the open portal. Briefly, you stop to snatch up the cube before you hurry across the ancient bridge. The relic is stable, and you stow it away. As you close your pack, you take the opportunity to ask Leandra a question that has been playing on your mind. Leandra, there's something I need to know. Why, despite your father's strict orders, did you defy him and study the Chianti power cubes in secret? She's shocked by your unexpected question. You've unlocked a dark secret that has haunted Leandra for a long time. A flood tide of emotions wells up inside her, and she is suddenly powerless to hold it back. With a subdued voice, she tells you her sad story. 2 years ago, the miners at the old hot spring mine accidentally discovered the Chianti chamber you visited yourself. They called for my father and he explored the holes. I was with him when he found the cubes. When he realized their explosive potential, he firmly demanded the mine should be sealed for fear that the relics would endanger us all. My opinion was completely the reverse of his. I knew I couldn't persuade him to change his mind, so I retrieved one of the cubes and took it back to Rockstarn. I studied it in secret and began to understand its properties. It harnesses a powerful energy, but it can become unstable. I discovered that by rearranging the facets of the cube, it can be made safe to carry. Leandra pauses to wipe away a tear from her eye before she continues. One dreadful morning, our neighbor's young son sneaked into our house when I was gathering some books in my attic room. Young Leandra was always so curious about my inventions, he thought the cube was a harmless toy. He took it and ran out the back door. He was only a few steps away from the house when the cube exploded. Leandra was killed instantly, and I was so sorry because I knew it was my fault, but there was nothing I could do that would bring him back to life. I retrieved the cube and hid it in my room. The villagers knew Leandra as a reckless boy. They didn't ask themselves too many questions. It was assumed he'd stolen some explosives like the ones we used to sweep the tunnels of the mine. They said it was an unfortunate case of death by misadventure. I didn't know what to do. I told my father what had really happened and he was furious. He said it was my fault because the cube should not have been there in the first place. I tried to explain what I was working on, but he wouldn't listen. He said he would not tell Sheriff Tarler, but he demanded that I get rid of the cube. I would have paid any price but that. It was my research, and it was meant to make our lives better. I didn't want anyone else to get hurt. And so I reassured him I'd get rid of the cube, but I lied. I continued my research into Shanti power, and eventually I was able to construct my prototype. It's a sad tale, and has a responsibility that must be hard. It's a sad tale, and a responsibility that must be hard for you to bear, you reply falteringly. You're more than a little shocked and surprised by Leandra's sudden candidness. Leandra doesn't lose her focus. You can understand now why my father is adamant that I have nothing more to do with the Shanti relics. Looking directly into your eyes, she says, I know deep in my heart that the power they contain can bring about a better future for all of us. I still feel sick from what happened to Leandra, but I know I owe him some results. I don't want his death to have been in vain. My father will never agree, but like you, I must be free to follow my own path. Leandra sets off through the forest, and you follow closely in her wake. This area is not as heavily patrolled as the Western Passage. However, in spite of the apparent calm, you feel ill at ease. After a few minutes, your fears are realized when you hear the crunch of booted feet on snow echoing through the trees. The sound is getting louder as the unseen figures approach. You emerge into a small, snow-covered clearing and catch your first glimpse of the advancing enemy. Reaching for your weapon, you order Leandra to keep behind you and watch your back as you engage these fearsome foes. But she has other plans. Without saying a word, she turns and bolts for the trees that run along the edge of the chasm. Shocked by her sudden act of desertion, you watch her disappear into the brightly lit forest. You cannot chase after her. The enemy are rushing in on all sides. We can spot a tree that's about to fall and take advantage of it. We can take cover behind a snow mound to try and evade the enemy, or our survival skills let us devise a plan on how to engage the enemy. Plans are good, I agree wholeheartedly. Your survival skills enable you to identify the exact position of the enemies as they approach through the darkness. This gives you a useful combat advantage. Provocatively, you taunt a small group which stands isolated from the rest of the patrol. It's enough to make them break ranks and charge wildly at you. Their ill-disciplined attack costs them dearly. You're able to deal them several wounds before they can rally and retaliate. Kick a little ass. Seems like a good place to start. Very good place to start, in fact. Good place to finish, too, if I'm being honest. So let's do just that, shall we? I think that was a good plan. Well, gotta prove me wrong, huh? Suck it down. Just a sec. Let's see if we can stun him. No, wait, we can't stun these guys. We already know that. So let's sunder his armor. Because that we can do. And then cast Camouflage. The thing about plans is that everyone's got one until the big fucking lizard shows up. Yep. Ain't that the damn truth. Oh, he's got friends now. That's no fun. Gonna hit me? Apparently right as my camo wears off, so that's good. Sure, that seems fair. Fuck that guy. Zero healing, alright! I've mastered the technique. Well, that's good. Wonder if that makes it more powerful or what? Frisbee, that's enough. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. I was accidentally holding down the mouse button. Well, that's game over. That's rough, but I think we can manage it. Alright, let's start it out the same way. Finally, finish him off. Not quite enough. Now it's enough. Stylish as shit. Now let's wait till the very last second to use camouflage this time. Hope it works. Interesting. Guess animal kinship. Alright, so now if we have to do it again, we know not to use camouflage at the end of that first round. Alright, now he's bleeding. That's a good sign. Oh, damn. Alright, good. Yeah, we're fucked. We're absolutely fucked here. We're not gonna survive till the next round. Did you just fart? Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Alright. Give it another try. Give it another try. Just change up our strategy ever so slightly. Specifically, wait to use camo. Fuck off. Fuck that guy. I didn't think they could attack when they were... Guess that's not what that does after all. We're doing this a little bit different. We're saving the Somber Sword attack. Seems like the smart thing to do. Oh, I automatically get the counter hit. I see. Rude. Yes, I know I've mastered the technique. Again. Should help a little. Little a help. Puppy takes him down. Now we've got a parry ready just in case. Puppy bites. It's under his armor, I guess. This guy shows up. Here's a start. Puppy walks away. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, damn it. Oh, that sucks so bad. Kick him. Alright. Damn, I wanted him to do the grab again. Alright, here we go. Here we fucking go. Still not enough. Alright, we can take him down. That's a good one. Alright. Tap him on the head. Now cast Survival. Not even close to ready, so that's something. Ugh. Finish him off. Didn't really finish him off, but we tried. Certainly healed, so that's a plus. Not quite. Damn it, I don't have anything else. How much does the cheapest one cost? 550. Oh, it's not ready yet, though. That's the problem. 700... Yeah, this isn't gonna happen. Oh, if only I had other types of crossbow bolts. Damn. We can at least do this and hope that helps us survive. That's a start. Only a start, but still. Alright, here we go. Alright, camo seems like the sensible choice. However, he just attacked, so we want to get in a couple of swings first. If we go camo and then parry, I think that'll do us well. Camo, the sensible choice. And then, oh, we can't parry. Fuck. That's alright. Winds up paying off. Look at that. Nice solid thunk. Now if we can survive his next attack... Oh, fuck. No! Oh, that's such horseshit. Why did he get 2 attacks in a row? Oh, that's such horseshit. I had that. That's alright. I got it this time. Oh, that's very annoying. We've got the idea now. I just hit the wrong button a couple times. I have no idea why people are setting off fireworks. I have to look up if there's some sort of holiday happening right now that I don't know about. Valentine's Day, Eve, 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 Eve. There you go. Puppy. Set off fireworks day, massive dick wagons day. All possibilities. Oh, not quite. Alright, Puppy's got this. Or you're gonna drink another potion, you ass. You ass butt. Almost there. That would seem counterproductive, Bad Road, yes. Let's go with survival, so I'm ready to go. Man, he's a growly fella, huh? Chug that. Sunder armor. Do as much damage as I can, really. Jesus. Well. Now he sets them ready to go, I guess. Fuck. Should not have used up my survival. Oh, don't even bother. Not just yet. Just keep building up your stamina. And dead. Damn. Best guess is Man Day, which is distinct from International Men's Day and is apparently the Sunday before Valentine's. I guess men don't have enough days celebrating their achievements. Let's just I don't want to be stuck here for a while, especially since the night's about over. Let's do another boss fight on easy mode. It'll be over in seconds. That's one of the biggest problems I have here is the giant gap between easy and normal. Because it seems like normal is next to impossible half the time. And there's a lot of, you know, being killed before you have a chance to make any actions, which isn't great. While easy is just so pathetically weak that there's almost no point. Someone put us in charge of holidays. We're gonna capitalize on it. Oh, God. Alright, here we go. Let's just slap this guy across the face with, you know, a big hunk of metal. Now you're stunned. Good. Oh, right. Now the wolf's gonna unstun you. Then be real proud of it. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna finish this shit. Suck it down. Asunder armor. Can't stun him, there's no point in that. Bye-bye, puppy. Ha! You can't do shit! Spoke too soon. I'm gonna poff you. I'm going to use survival. Oh, not quite enough. That costs 1,250. Huh. That means we gotta do this first. Now we've got enough. They are also part of the enemy army. Alright, bye-bye, Gaston. Ow! Gaston, keep going, please. Don't just... Huh. Oh good, that didn't stun me. I really thought that was going to stun me. Oh, I should have just finished him off. I think I would have gotten an achievement for it. Finish a fight with less than 250 HP or something. That's a nice solid thump when they hit the ground, huh? Which tells you that Lone Wolf's seeming weightlessness is a design decision and not a mistake. Combined attack. A single blow that can trigger an additional sequence of 3 strikes so long as each strike connects successfully. The execution of the whole sequence inflicts high damage. Lowers endurance cost. Alright, excellent. Put it back on normal mode, so I don't forget. Alright, so we got a potion, we got some food, we got another picklock, we got more crossbow bolts, well, a more crossbow bolt, and an elixir of aid. After the last of your enemies falls, you find yourself once more swallowed up by the darkness and the eerie silence of the sunken forest. With the gritty determination, you resolve to press on into the forest and continue your mission despite the perils that undoubtedly lie ahead. More than ever, you're determined to find the way to the enemy's fortress of the Tog and, above all, deny them the chance to study and misuse Leandra's prototype. You can only hope that the girl's hasty departure will not help your enemy in their evil plans. Still didn't wind up gaining any strength, huh? Oh well. Forest Hunt. So that seems like a pretty good place to quit for today. Thanks everyone for joining me. We shall return next week with more Lone Wolf the video game where you are the hero. Be sure to follow the rest of the stream team. They are listed here below on the page at truck.community. 5 great streamers who each do their own great streams. Schedule for our channel for the next week is: tomorrow will be Christy with more Hollow Knight. Tuesday will be Andrea with more Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Wednesday will be the continuation of the 3rd chapter of Claw, crime-loving animals at work. I got there. Thursday will be Alice with more Final Fantasy IX. Friday will be Katie with more of Chook and Sausage Walk the Plank. And Sunday, as I said, will be back around to me. So thanks everyone for your support, and I forgot to thank Mox earlier for, I believe, 11 months of support. That's pretty amazing. And we shall see you next time. I'm Sue. I hate video games. Give my regards to the next frog you meet.